Clash of Clans is a game that requires strategies and needs a lot of time to become a professional. It takes time, and we have some of the best tips and tricks that can be very useful to you to become a pro in this game. These tips and tricks will help you to improve your time. I'm pretty sure that after watching this video, you will make your gameplay better in Clash of Clans to get into a fight with other clans, so let's get started. Welcome back to Legends Depot. I hope you will enjoy this guide. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for watching more fresh and entertaining content in the future. Just one click on the bell icon and stay with us. Let's start with gameplay. Clash of Clans is a multiplayer online game in which players join clans, train troops, and fight other players to earn resources. In the game, there are 4 currencies or resources. Gold and elixir can be used to build and enhance defenses and traps that defend the player's town from attacks by other players and build and upgrade houses. In addition, elixir and dark elixir are used to train and improve troops and spells. Finally, the premium currency is gems. Attacks are scored on a 3-star scale and can last up to 3 minutes. The game also has a pseudo single-player campaign in which the player could raid forfeited goblin settlements to win gold and elixir. The game begins with 2 builders, but the player can purchase up to 5 different buildings using gems and even a 6th by collecting and unlocking the auto hut in Builder Base 9. Okay, now we are going to tell you some amazing tricks, so be ready. Trick number 1, be patient. Save your gems. The premium currency system is the main drawback to any casual free-to-play game. Almost everything is on a timer, and the durations become longer as you continue. So don't cave and invest your valuable gems in boosting production. Instead, save them for something valuable that you will be able to retain. Make it a point to complete milestones and overcome natural hurdles to increase your gem count. Above all, Builder's Hut should be purchased using gems. After that, you have a lot of leeway when it comes to gem expenditure. Buying resources outright with gems is typically an improper use of resources. Instead, you should focus on strengthening your own production buildings. When you have enough gems, consider long and hard about what's essential to you in the game, because it'll be a while before you make another big purchase if you want to go through this without spending a dollar. On the other hand, you'll struggle to get through the competitive endgame content without spending money. Trick number 2, the offense is the best defense. Your upgrade and build order will be drastically different depending on whether you want to sit back and collect resources or battle other players. You'll probably find yourself moving between these 2 places regularly. If the defense is your major concern, your town hall should be upgraded first, then by walls, then defensive buildings, first mortar, then archer tower, then cannons. Your most important towers are mortar and air defense, so make sure they're near to the core and well protected. After that, begin working on your different resource production buildings to ensure they are properly improved. For example, some players leave a few elixir gatherers and mines beyond the walls on design so that other players can farm them without destroying all they have. However, it's often practical to leave lower priority buildings like those outside your walls so you can make sure the critical stuff is better protected with overlapping fields of fire rather than covering a wider area. Also, keep in mind that players with higher level town halls earn less by raiding lower level players. So, if you're playing defensively, don't rush to build your town hall. On the other hand, you shouldn't ignore your barracks just because you're playing defense. You may queue up soldiers to train there and then obtain a refund on those in the line later on, thus changing your barracks into a kind of temporary, unraidable elixir storage. The order is the same if you get aggressive. Build your town hall first, then get your elixir production going so you can start hoarding resources right away. Then upgrade your barracks and camps so you can begin building an army. Because neither of those construction supplies resources to raiders, you can place them beyond your walls, then fortify your defenses with walls and cannons. The laboratory for upgrading troops, a spell factory for increased offensive strength, and gold mining for improving structures would be the only things remaining. Because matchmaking is dependent on trophy count, some people intentionally keep theirs low to clean up against lower level opponents, so be aware of the fights you choose early on. If you want to harvest lower level players, then intentionally lose prizes by raiding with a single unit. Trick number 3, shields up. Being attacked is a pain, but happily, if 30% of your town is destroyed or your town hall crashes, you'll have a 12-hour shield. You'll gain an extra 4 hours if 90% of your base is destroyed. How will you make use of this time? I will suggest don't go out and start attacking right now. This quickly destroys your shield. The safety zone is very important, so make use of it by planning how you can grow your economy, build up your army, enhance towers, or store and spend resources before the pain train arrives again. Shields are helpful enough that you may even want to move your town hall out into the open voluntarily. Of course, you'll lose trophies and some resources, but often the amount of safety time you get out of it is worth it. If you need to fight, keep in mind that clan wars do not affect your shield timings. Keep an eye on the timer for your shield. When it expires, you'll have some additional time to attack, but others will not attack you. The lifetime of this village guard changes depending on your league. It's a nice place worth exploiting whenever the opportunity arises. Finally, while you're online and playing, you can't be attacked. It's a simple way to stay protected if you can keep your iPhone or iPad running the game all day. Alright friends, I hope you are enjoying this video. Then don't forget to subscribe to the channel Legends Depot for watching more prodigious videos in the future. Now, back to our topic. Trick number 4, pick your targets. Before you start dropping troops on opponents, there are a few things you should consider. First, look at their town hall level. If it's significantly lower than yours, you'll gain a smaller share of the loot. Second, you'll be able to check how many resources are accessible for plunder. Finally, at the very least, you have to recoup the cost of troops. If all you care about are resources, it's frequently more economical to send in a swarm of goblins and lose the fight than winning a full-fledged attack that costs a lot of resources. Be aware of the resources you want to pursue before sending your first troop. If you want to climb the ranks by collecting trophies, you'll need to invest a lot of troops to gain 2 or 3 stars on your raid. If you want to refill troop resources, you also need to raid elixir reserves. After that, focus on the most potent defenses for those resources. For example, use giants to initially attract fire from towers, then wall breakers to breach, and then more giants to mop up defenses. Once regions have been cleared of cannon and mortar fire, barbarians, wizards, and archers can munch on structures, while goblins can beeline for supplies. First, however, remember how many troops you send in. You want to be able to pull off a win while burning through as little as possible. Keep in mind that you have no direct command of your troops. Determine the unit's primary targets and deploy accordingly. Barbarians will attack the nearest buildings, which is terrible news if there's a well-defended mortar just a bit further in. Instead, send in the wall breakers and giants to open up new attack paths. Savvy gamers will build bases that route troops directly into regions riddled with traps, thereby blunting your offensive. Trick number 5, get raiding buddies. When you've reached the top of your town hall level, gone through the single player levels, and rebuilt your castle, you are probably pretty hardcore about the game and ready to start getting into organized clan play. These are not only great ways to socialize in the game, but they can also help you bring in some pretty big loot hauls. Remember that while you can use clans to call in reinforcements for both attacks and defense, you'll also be expected to contribute troops. It's a team effort after all. To communicate about what you're up to frequently, get guidance from senior members when you're unsure what to do next, and have fun. Your clan may have inspiration in competitive league game, which may be pretty insane. So guys, summarizing today's video, Clash of Clans is one of the most popular kingdom building games in gaming history. The premise is simple enough. You build a kingdom, defend it against online opponents, and attack other online opponents for loot. The game is deep enough to get into, but accessible enough for casual gamers, and it hits that balance well. But you need some tricks to play like a pro that I told you. This is the list of gameplay and tricks of Clash of Clans that you can use to play. You can recommend these tricks to your friends who play Clash of Clans with you too. Also, let us know in the comments which of these tricks you like the most. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, then subscribe and hit the notification button to get alarmed with our latest content. Thanks for watching Legends Depot. We will see you next time, survivors!